Oh wait, never mind. I don't need to go now. I need to go in fucking half an hour. Based.
Nice.
And my
show the
auntie
rest
said
of the
she's giving
dogs.
me an extra, so we're big chilling.
We're bing chilling.
The football
That's what
starts
I'm
in half an
saying.
hour, not an hour. Well, not now. Beautiful. Go blingle on me for extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial shit gets
I got the
serious.
alien doohickey on me, bro. Like a laser. This is like a laser zapper, bro. This shit like boom, boom, boom. This shit scare the fuck out your grandma.
The extraterrestrial device.
This shit have your uncle saying Jeepers Creepers.
That's so real.
This alien shit have your little brother running away to join the circus.
You're right. You're so right.
I am out of ideas. I've cooked for too long. I think it's burnt.
No.
No.
Did I hear a Minecraft oof noise?
Yeah, that was my phone. Sorry.
That's an awesome note of noise.
Thank you.
Wow, okay, I'm done with this remix. I can't listen to this shit anymore.
Blah.
That's how you know it's ready to release, right? Just when you can't
When
listen
it's
to
so
it.
bad, you just can't stand it anymore. That's when you release it to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the other people can listen to it in my stat. This has been my user release strategy so far.
That's awesome.
Actually, not really. No, my second thing I put on there, I kind of like. It's just low effort, which is why it's in user and not somewhere else.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Which of my 15 accounts I'm signed into is user account? Oh wait, user is not permanently open. What am I doing wrong? I need another pin tab of SoundCloud.
What in the world?
What in Keebler's Geenerf? What on Keebler's? Anyways, upload this to user.
By the grace of Grubel, what is going on?
This. Oh, huh?
Oh,
Wait, what did it render as? Oh, it's different. Okay.
I'm currently consuming everything bagel.
Let's go.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
everything
Never put
everywhere
everything on a
reference.
bagel.
Everything everywhere
Yeah,
at once
yeah.
reference?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone put everything on a bagel and it was
You
sick.
can
as
never
fuck.
put everything on a bagel.
They would never. Bro, I love everything bagels.
They're so fucking
They're
sick.
so fire.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever
but I love
had
them
one.
so much.
Quite unfortunate.
It's so fucking good.
No, for real.
I'm gonna let out all the dogs now.
Dies. What the dies?
What the dog's doing?
Yo.
Okay, now I need cover art. What was the original Diagnostics? Like cover art again.
Okay, it's 11. Scarlet, if you want to wait, you can wait how long you want. You can, like, start whenever you want. If you want to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, okay.
You can do whatever.
Language, but funny. I'm going to be showing you how I translate meanings in ancient languages, resources, the processes I use. I use memes because I don't like textbooks and I don't like textbook examples of translation. They're boring, they're dumb. I don't want to be translating sentences about Roman politics for 3 years. These are just general resources I use. Akkadian, I don't know how to pronounce this dude's name. Latin, I just learned it. I learned it using a book called Lingua Latina per se illustrata, but it's a book series. And then another word I can't pronounce that is a dictionary made by Chicago, the Chicago University. And then Egyptian, there are so many resources I use that are just eclectic and dumb because you've got to know like 3 other languages to translate Egyptian. You've got to have a basic knowledge of Akkadian and Sumerian to translate Egyptian because a lot of Egyptian words were written in cuneiform. You've got to know Latin because the Romans wrote about Egyptian. Basically, too many, and I kind of gave up with Egyptian. Fun language though. First example. This one was funny. I like this one, but it's also wrong. So, right here, I usually start by just researching general grammar. So in this one, we have this joy down here is in what's called status absolutus, and then we've got give in the causative present. So those are things that I really look for in the beginning. You've got to look for usually the verb and all of your like other general arguments, and then you fill in between those. So shuashim ishum, those last 2 words are what?
Did the lecture already start?
Yes.
Yeah.
This shuashim ishum is the verb. This ishum is causative, give, to give in the causative present, and those are the things that I look for at the beginning because the English the ops made him have is like the ops causing him to have. They gave him a wonderful day full of whimsical joy, so I translated that in the causative present. And then I look for any like general sentence structure, and I've got this like noun phrase down near the end in the English sentence. So a wonderful day full of whimsical joy. So I had to find how to translate wonderful day. So which order do I put the adjectives? How do I express the concept that it's full of whimsical joy? And this is why I consider this to be a mistake, because I forgot entirely the word whimsical. But in Akkadian, adjectives can either go before or after the noun, depending on what they describe. But here, describing properties of like appearance, they would go after. So the ops made him have a day wonderful or day beautiful is how I translated it up here. And then there's not really a way to express full of without a verb in Akkadian. So I translated that as which joy a large measure has, and then this him is the ops made him. It's referring to the dog. So in order, the steps that I usually take are from bottom to top. How I have it written over on the side here is I analyze the English, I block it out, I gloss it, and then I go into like Assyriologist phonetic writing, and then I go from that to the cuneiform, and then I put it on the meme. Specific resources I used for this meme is this Akkadian conjugator for the verbs, ishum, shuashim, a grammar of Akkadian, and the another resource from Chicago University. It's a glossary of Old Akkadian. I'm going to go through the a grammar of Akkadian just to show you basically what I do, although I've got to figure out how to do that. Hold on. There we go. This is what I use for Akkadian translation. So this page is lesson 2. It's basically like a workbook. It goes through noun declensions. This whole page is just noun paradigms, and it basically just teaches you the Akkadian language, the method of grammar translation. Except I use it as a reference book. It goes through a lot of like special information, and then at the end of each chapter, it's got lessons. The lessons I went a little bit too far. That you can use to practice Akkadian, and this is basically what I used. Now, when I translated this meme, I didn't know a lot of Akkadian, and I've gone through the book a little bit more. And there are probably a few things that I would have done differently had I been better at Akkadian at the time, but it's not like a horrendous translation. It's not bad, it's just a little bit clunky, a little bit weird. If we go back, this Birium Umam Tamkam, there's a little bit about that, like enemy, day, beautiful. Day can be in the accusative, but it could also be in one of these other statuses. I think it's status rectus, where it's just unmarked and then beautiful is marked. So that's a little bit clunky, but it's not like wrong or anything. Game 2. I like this one. This one's funny. I don't remember who made the original, but this is Latin. Num moditui mutabis aut noni lacrimabis venia ad auditorium deorem sordum. So for this one, same general process. I usually start with the verbs in Latin, and then move on to like general idea, because Latin and English don't pair up very well, so I try to translate the general idea into Latin more so than the like literal semantic meaning. So down here, will you not change your ways, or will you weep to an audience of deaf ears? That is a like a direct translation of the Latin, and it sounds a little bit clunky. I don't remember exactly what the original meme said, but I basically started in the exact same way with the verb. The verb in the first sentence is change, so I went to that dictionary that I couldn't pronounce the name of, and I looked for any verb that had the meaning of change in the sense of altering a way of doing something, and I got mutare, and then I conjugated that into the second singular future. Will you change? Or you will change, sorry. And then went to the nouns. Modi tui. Modi is like mode. It's a cognate for mode. It might actually be an ancestor, I don't remember. But it's a way, a path, a method of doing something. Tui is the genitive singular, which just means that, like, of you, it's the possessive pronoun your ways, so your method, and in Latin, almost all adjectives go after the nouns that they modify, and a genitive is an adjective, like it acts as an adjective. And then num, this little adverb in the front, this little particle at the front of this first sentence, num, is kind of weird, hard to translate. The easiest way to translate, and how I have glossed it down here, is surely not. But that's a little bit clunky, and it has a different context in English. But in Latin, and this is really what I like about translating things into Latin, this num is just a way of asking a question in which you expect the answer to be no, but it doesn't have any of the casual connotations that the same thing would have in English. So it's just, will you change your ways, but I expect the answer to be no. And that contrasts down here with aut nonne, which nonne is the same thing, but it expects the answer to be yes. And this sentence, I did the same thing, except I did a slightly different order. Because I already had this mutabis and the conjugated, and I knew that this second verb would be conjugated the same way, I didn't focus on it. I focused on the noun phrases down here, and another slight mistake. Again, not like wrong by any means, it just sounds kind of clunky, is the de aurem sordum, the of deaf ears, weep to an audience of deaf ears. It could just be aurem sordem, but oh, that's kind of funny. They could just be put in the genitive, which just makes them adjectives, so it would be like translated more directly as deaf-eared audience. But this doesn't sound wrong, it's just kind of clunky again. But for this sentence, I focused on aut nonne. How was I gonna introduce this sentence? And I chose aut because it's the simplest, but it's also like phonologically, like it sounds better. There are a few ways to say or in Latin, but I found aut to be the best sounding one, which is another like principle in translation. You might not want to just focus on the meaning in the translation. You should also focus on the sounds. How is it going to sound when you say it? If you're going to say it, obviously, but if you are, how is it going to sound? And then I focused on the nouns, basically just finding nouns and adjectives that best fit a translation. Veniai, that is a noun that means like grace or peace in certain contexts. In the original meme, it's will you beg for forgiveness, and I chose grace in this because of a thing I did with the verb that we'll get to at the end. But in the original meme, because I did this twice, I forgot Veniai in its entirety, and I added it at the end. Ad auditorium, that ad is just a preposition meaning to or towards. Auditorium is a noun that means audience, auditorium in certain contexts, and it's in the accusative because ad auditorium, this preposition ad takes the accusative. In Latin, there are prepositions that will take either the ablative or the accusative, and sometimes the genitive, but that's very confusing and weird. The ad takes the accusative, and most of the time, if a preposition takes the ablative, it also takes the accusative, and they just have a slightly different meaning, where in the ablative, the noun being put in the ablative just means motion towards or motion in a direction, and the accusative just implies stationary. Veniai out here is put in the dative. The dative is just a case that means like to or for. It's like it's equivalent to the indirect object in a lot of constructions in English, but it doesn't just function for the indirect object in Latin. These are things that I really look for. What ending am I gonna put on the end of the noun? And I back to Waniai, I chose grace because lacrimabis, where in the original meme it says, or will you beg for forgiveness? I chose lacrimabis because it implies a like a begging, like a in such a manner that you're crying. Most translations of lacrimabis or lacrimare, sorry, are cry or weep. And I liked that in this sentence. It's, or will you weep for grace? Will you cry for forgiveness? And I really liked that idea in this meme, so I added it. Oh, I also got this translation wrong down here. I just noticed that. And that's basically how I went about that meme. And I've got another meme here that is very, very long. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up, but it's my computer's being very, very weird, so give me a second. It's I think it's being referred to as the Giebler poem. It's a very, very funny one. It took a long time. Oh, hey, I think it's up now. There we go. I don't know if you can, no, you can't see all of it. Okay, I'll have to scroll down. But this is a very, very long translation that took a while. I'll see if I can zoom out. Here we go. This one, what I really, really focus on for these longer translations where it's more than 1 or 2 sentences is where should I start? And for this one, I started it in the middle. It's like you should start where the main idea of the passage really starts. And this is like an informal way of translating things, but like right on this one, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but I started in the middle at erohik, at ero apulatus tuum aut qua amicus. That area is where I really, really started with this. Because that part of the passage is the I will be with you. That this passage literally translates to I will be there, and I will be by your side, either as a friend or a contemptuous evil actor of your destruction. And that's really the like the main idea. That's where it like picks up. And then down here is the resolution, the real argument, there is no gender, there's just hate, there's just wars, down near the third quarter of the meme. So for these big long ones, you really want to start where the main idea is, and you wanna keep your translations loose. So for this one, for each sentence, there were probably 2 or 3 different iterations that were all slightly different, and I just ended up settling on this one that might have had 1 preposition that just felt better, or 1 noun that just felt better. But that's probably like the biggest advantage to knowing the language, is they can just feel better. But even if you don't know the language, you can find multiple words for the same thing in a dictionary and just cycle through them, like cycle through the definitions to see which one just fits the English definition better. Then I moved back up to the top because the top is the lead-in to the main idea.
Okay, I just came back. Is the lecture paused right now?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, like I just came back to my screen and I see this wall of Latin and like
It's the Giebler poem, but in Latin.
the Giebler is coming.
Okay, yeah,
the
we have
Giebler
to
is coming.
just wait for a little bit.
The Giebler is coming.
And yeah, don't worry, Scarlet. It's fine. Even if it's delayed, like I'm not even the one streaming my video. I will need to get Ryan in here. So yeah.
Hey, Robo, how do you know Jameson?
Oh, my mic's still turned on. Fuck.
What was your question, Claire?
I didn't even ask anything. I just said my mic was on.
Oh.
Hey, bye, gangy. Hope you enjoy the rest of the lecture.
See you, Cherry.
Bye bye, Cherry.
What the fuck are those creatures? Bro, what are these creatures doing?
Okay, I think I'm back.
Hi.
Hopefully,
Oh
maybe.
yeah,
Back.
welcome back, Scarlet.
Yeah, hi back.
Welcome back.
A little bit tentatively, but I think so. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't remember where I was at with this. Oh yeah. So once you're done with the main idea, like the main idea, I usually focus on the lead up. So I go from where the focus is to how do we get there. How do I get to the focus? And then obviously the last thing I do is how does it end? What is the best way to end this? And this is just the little fun thing. The final word is judicatus. So in the original Giebler poem, the final words are you will stand before me, judged accordingly. And I found the oh my god.
What the hell is that creature? What the fuck is that? Yo, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that creature?
I
What
love
what?
them.
Wait, what? What?
Dog
Oh, what?
cam.
Yeah.
What the hell are these things?
They're awesome.
We have so many.
They
Hell
make me
yeah.
incredibly happy.
It's not at all
Hell.
annoying to let them all out. It's not.
Hey, Robo, may I please ask you something?
Yeah. Also, yeah, you can call me Maya. I'm just called Robo here right now. But yeah, sure.
How do you know James?
Wait, who? Which
James?
which James?
Consult our
Oh, the
mutual
one you're.
friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's
from
only one
Goop House,
James.
from Goop House, from the meowing friend in Goop House.
Oh my goodness, that's quite cool.
Yeah, that's how I know James.
I love that guy.
Yeah, James.
Yo, Maya, what is up? I have a business proposal.
Okay, do you have another one of your business proposals? Is this also about integrating solutions for customers?
No, this is about like this like observing the markets to adjust the potential of our solutions of
Yo,
I love market. I love solutions.
I love markets with solutions. I love making money. I love your business proposals, Claire. I'm so girl boss pilled.
Yo, Maya.
I'm back. Hopefully for
Oh,
real this time.
oh, I was gonna say something.
Welcome back.
Yo,
Say
Maya.
something.
How to checkmate with 2 bishops?
Hello.
It's sending. How to checkmate with 2 bishops?
I don't know chess, I'm not gonna lie. Also, yeah, we should just let Scarlet talk.
No.
Back to Judicatus. So the thing about the original Giebler poem is that it was you will stand before me judged accordingly, and I thought that judged accordingly would be a fun translation. However, there's a concept in Latin where you can basically change the part of speech of like any word, except for some nouns, but verbs can become nouns or adjectives in either the gerundive, gerund, or participle. And they all have different use cases, but the verb judicare, to judge, to judge basically, in the I get gerund and gerundive mixed up. I think it's the gerundive, is judicatus, having been judged, or no, it's the gerundive, having been judged, or the one having been judged. And so in this last sentence, es solum desiderium ad meliorum mundum, in mundo digno vitae praeme stabis judicatus, I instead of translating the judged accordingly as a whole like clause, I just ended it with judicatus. I just ended it with the gerundive, so that it was like a punch in the gut, like an ending. It's an ending. And that's really what I like to focus on with translations. Instead of like translating every single word to translate every single word, I just translate the idea. So there's a few instances where the original Giebler poem says there is no gender, and while that makes sense in context in Latin, genus non est, down here in the next instance of that, right before the last like 2 sentences, the non genus est, in context more accurately translates to there is no beginning, there is no like progenitors, it's fun. I like that like switch up, and that's what I like that about Latin. And now switch back to the slideshow. Meme specific resources for this one, my brain, that's why I got some wrong, and then obviously the dictionary, and then this little site down here is a site that conjugates verbs and can decline adjectives and nouns, and I use that for irregular verbs that I don't know very well, and also very, very weird nouns, because Latin has a few nouns that they are part of one declension paradigm, which there are 5 of, but in contexts decline, like in certain contexts, decline as if they were in another declension paradigm, and so I use that for those.
I have a question.
Yes, yes.
Is the noise coming from your mic or is that something else?
Background noise.
Oh. Could you please
Okay.
turn on noise suppression? Like it's really distracting for me personally.
Got it. How do I do that?
Are you on PC?
Yes.
There's supposed to be like a noise suppression button next to the disconnect button, I think.
I don't have that.
Oh, are you not on Windows?
I am on Windows. I'm just on web, like website.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't believe the noise suppression on a web is super robust, but it's fine. Like, the noise isn't super oppressive at all. I don't think it's a super significant issue.
I don't want Claire to be ostracized.
I don't know what ostracized means.
Oh. I don't really know how to explain it. The takeaway is Ryan should learn Latin, and I know Ryan's not. I don't know if Ryan's here. I don't think Ryan is here, but he'll see.
Ryan is at their friend's place today. They will be streaming my video, but they won't actually be here. They're just streaming for me. So yeah.
Got it. The takeaway is Ryan should learn Latin. This is so that Ryan can better do etymologies. But like the actual conclusion is I like memes. Best way to translate memes into ancient languages is to learn the ancient language, as was proved with Latin. But if you don't, just get a really good grammar textbook, really good resources for grammar, and then get a good dictionary, and you're pretty much set. For some of the harder languages, you might want to look up any corpuses for finding texts in context, but that's about it. The slide. Any questions?
I just wanted to inform you that I was talking to Ryan about something unrelated and just told them the thing you said, and they said that they will learn Latin. So
Yay.
she is gonna get to it. Don't worry about it.
As they should.
Also, yeah, you're really cool. I love this. This is not my like. I have no idea about any of this, but this is very cool, and I love your memes. Just like alone for the energy of having a meme in Q&A form, because it goes hard.
Yeah, I know a few other people really like the cuneiform no bitches meme. I didn't include that one because that was when I was like really just getting into Akkadian, and that one's very, very bad. But any questions? No.
Oh, did you see the question from Milo?
Yeah, Milo. The cuneiform version of the two wolves honk shoe honk me meme? No, that wasn't me. Although I probably could do that. That's a fun meme. If there's no more questions, we'll just get Ryan in here and get our Maya lecture, recorded Maya lecture.
Yeah, I told her to come here, so. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Scarlet. That was very, very awesome.
Thank you, Scarlet.
Awesome.
Thank you,
lecture.
Scarlet.
Thank you guys
Very,
for
very
being
cool.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I guess
That
I
was
can
very
like
fun.
start doing the intro for my thing if we